Welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. We are joined by Senator Josh Hawley this morning of Missouri. And Senator, thank you for joining us. Senator, you voted against certifying the election results. You have not voted in favor of any of President Biden's cabinet appointments thus far. Do you currently at this moment recognize Joe Biden as President of the United States?
Oh, I do. Yeah, absolutely. He's the duly elected president. He became, in my view, officially the president-elect on January 6th when the votes were counted before Congress, certified by Congress. He had a clear majority there, and he is the duly elected president. And listen, I've said that I view my role as the loyal opposition. I don't agree with the president on many issues. I'm really disappointed in how he has chosen to start his term. I thought he talked about unity and healing. I thought he'd try to find some ways to come together. That's not what he's doing at all. He's ruling by executive fiat. He has issued an avalanche of executive orders like we've never seen before from an incoming president, and they're radical. Canceling energy jobs, canceling our energy independence, radical pro-abortion policies, stuff that's going to be very bad for Missouri farmers. You look at his climate policies. So I am really, really concerned. But, again, I view myself as making sure that I stand in opposition to the policies that hurt the people of Missouri, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, so how do you plan on working with the Biden administration despite, questioning the legitimacy of how he got into office? There's still a desire to get things done. How do you plan on doing that?
Well, listen, I objected to one state, the state of Pennsylvania, during the Electoral College count. And I just point out that Democrat members of Congress have done the same thing many times, most recently in 2001, and then in 2005, and then in 2017. In other words, after every time a Republican president's been elected in the last almost 3 decades. So those Democrats, first of all, were never called traitors or seditious or any of the other outrageous lies that Republicans are now being called, and many of them went on to work with the president. So I recognize President Biden as the legitimate and duly elected president, and I hope that he'll be willing to reach across the aisle. I was somebody who fought for greater stimulus checks, relief payments for individuals in our state who need them for COVID. Bernie Sanders and I worked together on that just last month. And so this is something that I would hope that we could find common ground on. But right now, as we speak, in fact, the Democrats are trying to change the rules in the Senate so that they can jam through their agenda, including COVID relief, without any Republican votes. So I'm really disappointed by what I'm seeing so far, but we'll see. I stand ready to work with anybody to get stuff done for the people of Missouri.
So it sounds like you're still in support of having those direct deposit checks of $2,000
yes.
or $1,400?
I am. Yeah, I am. Absolutely. I think that is, I continue to believe that is the right course. I think that they ought to be targeted towards working families, of course, who need them. But I think that the people of Missouri and the country, working people, have borne the brunt of this pandemic, and they deserve to be first when it comes to pandemic relief and not last behind the corporations and the big banks.
Well, Senator Hawley, thank you so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, talk to you soon.
We'll have our full conversation with Senator Hawley on our website. We'll be right back on the KOAM Morning News after this.